Yeah, we voted for Trump because he promised while he was campaigning like a million times that when he got into office, he was going to bring down prices, bring down grocery prices. The inflation has been high ever since COVID, and he promised he would bring that down. But it's obvious to me now that that was not true. Egg prices have skyrocketed. The bird flu is killing all the birds, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. He's stopping disease communications from the disease centers in America, pulled us out of the WHO. Like, how does that help anything? And yeah, all he's been doing is taking away rights and freedoms, or trying to. He's not doing anything about the economy. So yeah, we totally regret our vote at this point. We've had a really tough time here in North Carolina. Half of my house got washed away in Hurricane Helene, and I applied for FEMA assistance and we got approved. But now Trump is canceling FEMA and emergency assistance to people. He's also canceled Medicaid for my children. I know they said they put a halt on his freezing of the funds, but the Medicaid portal is still not working, so we can't access anything for our children's health insurance.
They actually believed in the promise of a better America under Trump: affordable healthcare, a booming economy, a lower living cost. But now, many former supporters are voicing deep regrets as they confront the stark reality of their decisions. Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we are talking about the harsh reality setting in for many Trump supporters. And as you know, they believed he would bring back jobs, lower prices, and fix the system. But you see, now they're losing everything. Medicaid is disappearing, and their kids don't even have health insurance. And also, their grocery bills keep going high. So let's get into it.
I regret voting for Trump. It's honestly one of the biggest things that I regret of my entire life, because I voted for Trump in the Trump versus Hillary election. It was actually my first election, and I was super, super excited to vote. I voted for Trump basically because my religion told me that unless I voted Republican, I was going to hell. I was also going to a deeply religious college. It was a Christian fundamentalist college, and they had brought in Republicans that entire year to come speak to the students. They said that really, as Christians, we can only vote pro-life, and so they would say even though he might not follow some of the Christian pathways that we like to see, or Christian values, we have to vote for him because he says he's a Christian and he's pro-life. And that if you do not, and that if you vote for Hillary, basically the whole world will go to shit. I was also kind of groomed growing up to never vote for a woman because I was taught complementarianism, which means that women are supposed to submit to their husbands and to men in general. And they would tell us about Jezebel, who's this horrible queen in the history of the Bible. And then they would say that Jezebel, or someone like Jezebel, is going to return in the end times. And so people were saying that was Hillary. And people were like, yeah, she might be acting nice now, but if she gets elected, a woman will be the downfall of the United States, and Christians will be persecuted, and all of your family and friends that are Christian are basically going to be unalived. There was so much fear and control in my brain that I did not vote for Trump in the primaries. I knew that I did not want to vote for him, but I felt like my religion was more important to me because I was so scared of hell. And so I do not really think I had a choice. And you can say, yeah, nobody can see you in the ballot boxes, but I was convinced that I would go to hell immediately if I did that, and that my family and friends would be destroyed if Hillary won. So if that is the reason, if you are voting for Trump out of fear or out of your religion, that is not true religion.
Anytime I hear Michelle or Barack Obama speak, I feel a deep anger, and it's not what you think. I feel a deep visceral reaction to my shame and guilt and just overall FOMO, because I had two opportunities to vote for him, and both times I leaned instead on my ignorance and pride and overall, I'm a Republican, and I didn't get a chance to be part of First of all, voting for arguably one of the most successful presidencies in our lifetime. Second of all, just the collective effervescence, the hope, and overall just goodness that they stood for. And now, more than ever, I am feeling the magnitude of that, because mark my words, I promise you, if you are or already have voted for Trump, you will experience this visceral shame.
I sell them at to make that up. So it's already started. And for people who didn't realize what a tariff was, you're about to find out, okay? Because it's going to affect everything that you buy. Because there's not a product on the shelf that doesn't have some element of it that comes from another country. So
I mean, I didn't think he was going to do all that. I wouldn't have voted for him if I knew he was going to do all that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? No. He said he was going to do it. He spent how many years saying he was going to do exactly this? He stood on stage every night for 2 hours at a time. 2 hours at a time. He was dropping a Netflix special every day. Was he reusing material? Yes, because he said he was going to do the same stuff over and over and over again. His biggest fans, his best friends, they wrote a book. They said, not only is he going to do this, we're going to tell him to do this. We're going to tell him to do it on this exact date. It's our little project together. It begins in 2025. And what you say? That feels made up. Nah, you just made that up. I do my own research. You don't do research.
Onto their skin, and it's going to make them a male. Here's your dead meat. It makes you a male. That's garbage. And Russia knows that. You can't groom kids. You can't have kids online connected with a mentor that's going to tell them how normal it is to get naked in front of people. We have groomers in the schools. There's case after case after criminal case. I'm not making this up. Every day, there's some kind of Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence arrested for kiddie porn. Every day. Why are they doing lap dances? Dressed as women, making fun of women, demeaning women, pretending to be women. And why am I on the way to being legally required to call that sick freak ma'am? I'll never do it.
So here we are. The same people who cheered for Trump, they believed he would fix the economy, are now the ones who are actually struggling the most. Many have lost their jobs, leaving them without income or stability, and prices for everything has risen, such as groceries, gas, rent. But the economy relief they also expected has never come. And again, inflation isn't slowing down, and the cost of living is breaking them. Families who relied on Medicaid are finding themselves without healthcare, and they're watching their children lose insurances they once took for granted. So the reality is now sinking in, knowing that the promises they believed in were never for them. They wanted less government until they needed help. They wanted America first until they became the ones suffering. And now, as they face job losses, financial instability, and a broken health system, they are now realizing it's too late and they were never the priority. So, what do you think? Is this a hard lesson learned, or is it just karma at work? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more trending stories. See you next time.